Salutations, all you friends and family, fans and followers of the Zita Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining us here for the 71st edition of The Revolution. I am your host with the most, from the east to the west coast, like peanut butter on your breakfast toast. Emperor Zita, coming to you from the greatest place in the world, the Fortress of Solitude, here in Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada. So this week, as you can see, I got myself a brand new Zita Nation swag uniform shirt. New swag, HBA IQ represent for life. Plus, I got myself a brand new lightsaber, Luke Skywalker style. Where do you ask did I get these things? Well, we made a trip down to the Canadian National Exhibition, down to the CNE this week. Me, the Empress, Princess Katherine, and Little Prince Anthony for his very first CNE. Plus, I wanted to give a very special shout out this week to a man that you guys know as a muscle. We call him Big Mike. He's not doing so well. He was in an accident this week. So we are sending our love and get wells out to Big Mike, our muscle here at the Zita Nation. We hope you get better, big guy, and we hope it's fast because we miss you at the comic book store. We also have the second last comic book day with Princess Katherine this week. So don't forget to come back next week to see her very final comic book day. But anyways, that is enough from me. Let's get on with the show. Rock and roll, baby! And here we go.
We're going 7.5 months. Still no teeth, still not sleeping through the night. The driving absolutely bonkers. Oh, he said, uh-oh, the other day. Never said it again afterwards, but uh-oh. Sound-wise, still likes to click his tongue like raspberries, and he makes this fun sound. I don't know how he does it, but it sounds like a cricket. Other than that, it's just, the basic He pretty much eats anything and everything. He really likes the foods. Catherine starts school next week. My little girl is growing up. Catherine is ecstatic about her school. She went to school last year. I think she's more excited about the fact that she gets to see the slide every day than the whole classroom bit. I don't know how he's going to handle her not being home. It's just kind of a wait and see. I want him to sleep through the night.
Devilish eyes. That's when she put my hand in between her thighs. Night wasn't getting any younger. There was a sobering thought. So have another. Excuse me.
So Raw this week was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it, even though there was a little bit too much Brad Maddox for my liking. I think Vicky Guerrero should be general manager of both shows because SmackDown is getting better and better every week. Love seeing RVD becoming #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Although I think he just cannon fodder to defeat Del Rio just like Christian was. And we got the first episode of Raw in years without an appearance by John Cena. Hope he's recovering well from his surgery. I can't wait to see him back. My feeling is that he's going to come back at the Royal Rumble and win it for the third time. But as long as he comes back healthy with a slight gimmick tweak, I'll be happy. And his opponent from SummerSlam, Daniel Bryan, is now chasing Randy Orton and the Corporation for the title. But Daniel Bryan did get his rematch at Night of Champions for the WWE title. They're going to milk this storyline as much as they can. I just can't wait to see when Bryan actually wins the WWE title again.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So apparently, the Hounds of Justice are now Triple H's personal bodyguards. And never was that more evident than when they beat the crap out of Daniel Bryan on Raw. I am, though, enjoying the fact that they're programming Ziggler, Big Show, The Miz, all against the Hounds of Justice, because they all really need a much better push than they're getting. Nice to see them bucking authority like DX used to do, but Triple H being on the opposite side.
Awesome!
So then we have CM Punk continuing his angle with Paul Heyman, with Curtis Axel put in Brock Lesnar's spot, and he's got a handicap match against Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman at Night of Champions. What a beatdown Punk took on Monday. That's what I call selling. And seeing Paul Heyman as his old school extreme self, that was worth That was worth the 3 hours of Raw alone. The only issue I have is it should be CM Punk one-on-one with Curtis Axel for the Intercontinental title, so he takes the title away from Axel, leaving Paul Heyman with a client that has nothing.
It's closer time.
And then on to my boy Zack Ryder. So we did get to see Zack Ryder on Raw this week during the big push out to the ramp at the end of the match.
Woo, woo, woo. You know.
That's the only thing we saw of Ryder this week. No SmackDown, no Superstars. I don't know why they just haven't released him yet, or why Ryder hasn't quit. He'd probably have better recognition and make better money working the independents just in New York and Long Island alone. I'm just hoping that they're saving him for a mega huge push.
I am serious, bro.
What that could be, I have no idea. But it would be nice to see Zack Ryder getting at least a match or two once in a while on TV. This calling him in to have him sit in catering and do nothing seems just like a waste of the company's time. And he still gets pops everywhere around the world. I'm just hoping that this Monday coming when we go to Raw, here live in Toronto, that somehow, someway Zack Ryder is booked to show up. Even if it's in a losing effort in a Superstars match. Or jobbing out to somebody on Raw. So here in Toronto, we want Ryder. Woo, woo, woo.
Bye.
Anthony, I am your father.
And if you wanna play, you can get down and boogie. Back up and don't forget about all your fucking dreams. Left me wanting more with a sparkle in your eyes. I had to have a cigarette to ease my mind. With the trashy makeup, it was your romance at first sight. The lipstick stained my heart. That night at the rock and rollin' party.
Hello people, we're down here, me and Anthony, with Katherine and the Empress. We're down at the CNE, so it's going to be a fun day. We're going to do a bunch of insanely fun things. We're going to ride some rides, we're going to play some games, we're going to eat some nasty, possibly botulism causing food, and see what else we can come across here at the 2013 Toronto CNE.
That's a CNE.
Look at that, they're actually open for business. It's their first day back open today. Well, since we are the Zita Nation and we'll be taking part of food at the Bacon Nation. That's what we'll be having there, the Canuck Burger. 2 bacon patties with 2 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of female bacon, bacon mayo on a bacon bun with some lettuce and ketchup. There's my Katherine, caught in Spider-Man's web. Looks like he has a cronut burger. City of Toronto made out of origami. Hi! I love the look of the X at night. Everything is so neon and bright. My daughter's a superhero, my son is a Jedi. It's the end of the night here at the X. We had a blast today. Got some new swag, a new lightsaber for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this look at this year's 2013 Final Exhibition.
You get a stink. You can give me diaper. It's very small. Yeah, give me a diaper. I was thinking of the other thing. I want to go dance with Bonnie. I like he's from his cool, Papa. When is it? Huh? You talked it, Papa? What kind of frog did we go to with Grandma and Mom?
Who's that?
There's a lady here or eating it. Whoa! Come pick up Katherine. Only Fenneco's clothes. That's why I'm a superhero. No, this is how I'm a superhero. I have flying power. I want to be superhero. No, wait. He likes me. No, he likes me. No. I'm going to go in. I'm coming.
So, as Katherine just told you, it's comic book day. We have everybody here with us today. And Katherine is dressed as...
I'm Fenneco!
We are headed down to Excalibur Comics. We're going down to Rob. We're going to see Rob and Fred, the Prophet and the Expert. Who's...
The Prophet and the Expert.
And Katherine brought a guest with us as well.
Papa!
So Katherine's going to ride Turbo. We're going to walk and take the stroller, head down to Rob's for the second last comic book day with my beautiful co-host here. So, we will see you soon, people. It looks like Rob has now got some food for thought. Well, we're headed up the stairs. I'm going to go find out what Rob and Fred have to say today.
This is Excalibur Comics, 3030 Bloor Street West, upstairs above the Kingsway Theater.
Thunder Girl. This week we're going to talk about a couple of books. First we'll start off with the Trinity War with the Justice League. We're dealing basically with the end of a storyline which is going to start an even larger storyline called Forever Evil. Jeff Jones and Ivan Reese are doing a good job on this final issue before next month, which is all villain. I'm not too crazy about that fact. Interesting stuff happening, and of course the return of the, drumroll please, the Crime Syndicate. Another book I always like because of who's on it. Acuna is basically going to be leaving, I think, the Uncanny Avengers for Captain America. Acuna does a great job art-wise on the Uncanny Avengers. Then we have the other Avenger book, okay? This book here, again, Mike Deodato. Cannot say enough about this guy. So I always highly recommend that if there's going to be picking up a good book, it's Mike Deodato on the new Avenger book. Infinity starts with this issue. One of my favorite titles of Dark Horse is King Conan. It's an adaptation of King Conan, Hour of the Dragon. Well done in terms of the artwork and story. And then, another thing I shouldn't forget, which is quite nice in itself, and that is Alter Ego. And Alter Ego has something that I really, really like, and that is unpublished Marvel. Now, this alternative cover is never published for obvious reasons. So again, Alter Ego, 120. It's devoted to the X-Men. A good chunk of it devoted to the X-Men. I highly recommend it. And for my last thing, I want to Give a special thanks to Robert Jenny for giving me the best birthday gift. Challenges of the Unknown #1, damn it. It's really nicely done. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it.
Another thing we talked about was, I guess, the Army protecting the U.S. dollar. Everything revolves against the U.S. dollar. So if you want to change or buy oil, you have to use U.S. dollars. But if you look at what Smedley Butler, ex-Marine general, once said, he felt like he was more a gangster for the American government, because he would actually go and overthrow countries that oppose the U.S. use of U.S. domination and so forth. During the century, he helped Cuba, and the Americans go into Cuba. He helped the Americans go into South American countries. He helped the Americans go into the Middle East and so forth. And he said Al Capone only worked in 3 districts in America, but the U.S. Army actually worked in 3 continents. He was comparing the U.S. Army to the mafia, really, or how they ran a racket, used the army to impose the will of the ruling elite. Listen to some of the Canadian guys like Alan Watt. They say there's no such thing as democracy. Everything is run by the banks who run all the governments. Therefore, you have fascist governments all over the world. So the only thing that people seem to have is a vote person in who follows orders from the elite anyways. That is what they call democracy. Did we ever get the vote if we wanted to go to Afghanistan? Or did we get the vote to go to fight Libya? No. Did we get the vote to even rescind the GST? No. Subjects that the Canadian public would want to vote on, but we never had a say. The government decided it all. The elite decided everything like that for us. And we just vote in a face, really. So the corporations run the governments, even the Chinese government. You know, they're saying China's not buying up all of Detroit because it's so cheap and so forth. You see China buying up a lot of land, and you're working for the elite. They're not working for the Chinese people. They're working for the elite again, who are mainly the European royalty. So they're buying up U.S. land. They'll put their companies in. They'll be paying the people working there, who will be Chinese, dirt cheap pay, 10 cents a day maybe. They won't hire the Americans or the Canadians. It's all to do with big business. Nothing to do about helping the Chinese people. Just the Chinese government, who is controlled by the elite again. Was always in history the European families.
Oh, it's over. Another week is over. Thank you for joining us here at the Zita Nation, and come back next week for a brand new episode with Katherine's final comic book day right here on YouTube. Go back and check out all of my other episodes right here on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel, one word, Emperor Zita, right here on YouTube. Pick up your Drop Dead Pinups Electric Night CD. Check them out on iTunes, and follow them on Twitter for all the news about their brand new album at Drop Dead Pinups. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Emperor Zita. Head down to Excalibur Comics for any and all of your comic book related needs. And just one more match. It's time for the Peep Show.